All right, guys, welcome back to Sponge's Tech Tips. I appreciate you tuning into this video. Do me a favor, if you like my videos, if you've seen any others, or if you suspect you're going to like this one, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. After this video, hit the like button if you like this, if it helped you out. And of course, if you're ever interested, I love hearing from you guys in the comments section. So with that being said, what are we working on today? We are working on, you probably read it already, but a 2013 Tesla Model S. Absolutely gorgeous car. This has a sport package on it. And the customer is having an issue with the sunroof on it. So these Teslas, as you know, if you're watching this video, Tesla doesn't really want anybody working on it but Tesla. They're not easy to work on. I've seen, I mean, gosh, I've got them around me. Here's another one right here next to me. So it's, we've got a ton of these Teslas coming through here, and everything is an issue when you work on these things. So you're forced to go back to Tesla and ask them to fix things for you. And, obviously your dealer prices are through the roof. So, and if you get online, you can't find a lot of shops or do-it-yourselfers working on these things. So maybe that's what we need to start doing more of. So on this particular one, I'm trying to troubleshoot this the best I can, and just right out of the gate, I couldn't even find the motors for the sunroof, or the motor. At first I was looking for a motor, because most sunroofs only run with one motor, and this one runs with two motors, I found out. So this is a 2013. Let's go look at the production date. I like to do that just so we can figure out what the correct, there it is, 11 of 13, manufactured by Tesla Motors. There you go. So, yeah, so this is a 13. It has the sport package. And this has, I should talk about this. This is a sunroof model 1.0 from the research I've done here. And that's, the telltale is this: mounting point for your rack systems are on the outside here. Apparently later they fix it. They do the model 2.1. That moves this mount here. And I guess the biggest difference is these are difficult to remove. And if you do get them removed, they typically break, and they actually have to be glued back in. You have to cut the glue to get them out, glue them back in, if you can save it. If you break it, you can't buy a new one of these, and you have to upgrade to the 2.1. So I may be incorrect on some of this stuff, and I apologize. This is just from the research I've done here. And this also on this date. I probably should tell you it's the end of September of 2023. So what I can tell you is the track system for the sunroof is on the inside of the underneath the glass, and that's visible if you open up the glass. But the cable system apparently is on the outside underneath this plastic roof panel. And so if you need to get to that, or if we need to get to that, we're going to have to cross that bridge when we come to it here. But what we're covering in this one is honestly just the motors. So most vehicles with sunroofs, let me climb in here. Most vehicles with sunroof, the motor is up here in the middle, and the sunroof motor runs two cables each way, passenger side and driver's side, depending on, and it rotates, as it's spinning this way, this cable's going this way, and this cable's going that way. In this Model S, it actually has two separate motors, and they are located underneath the dash, on the driver's side, one here, and on the passenger side over there on the outside of the glove box. And boy, it was difficult finding these things because nobody gives this information online. So what I'm going to show you how to do is, not sure what problems you're having with your sunroof, but if you are having problems with your sunroof and you do need to access that motor, I'm going to show you how to get to them. And that's all we're going to do here. Any other troubleshooting, maybe I'll do another video later, but what this is going to do is just show you how to get to those motors and their location, okay? So tools we're going to need. We need a T20 screwdriver. Obviously you could use a T20 socket but we're just going to use a screwdriver. You also are going to want a nice clean panel popper. It's not necessary, but you may want it so you don't break a nail or anything. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to pop off this end panel here. So when you open the door, it's on the outside here. Pretty seamless, nice clean. What you need to do is you need to get behind that down here, start popping. It's got just compression clips, metal clips, 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to leave it plugged in. I'm not sure what this does. This is probably some sort of magnet for the door or something like that. We're not going to monkey with that. We don't need to. So we'll just leave that plugged in and let it hang down momentarily. So next thing we're going to do, underneath the dash, so here's your steering wheel, and then down here, about 6 inches over underneath, there's a single screw. I'm going to point to it. It's right there, okay? And that's a T20. I've already broken it free and loosened it so we can get it out fairly quickly. Maybe. There we go. I'll set this down for just a second. You guys can... There we go. All right. Single screw out. Okay, and now this is disconnected, this little panel here, okay? There is nothing to attend to on the other side. Okay, next thing you're going to do, get back out. You're going to take off this entire panel that goes all the way around the underside of the steering column and up against the, whatever your tablet, whatever you want to call it, your control panel. And you can either use your panel popper to get in there, or you can just use your hands. If you get your hands up there, you can just start popping this free. Maybe. There we go. Again, it's just compression clips. Let's go into the other side. I'm gonna reach up behind it. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, guys, so bear with me. Let's try our panel popper, see if that assists us here. I don't want to break anything either. It's not one to pop free. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just in there tight. There's a bunch of sticky stuff under there, so watch your fingers. That's it. There was just one screw and then a bunch of compression clips. It looks like there's 4 on the far left side, and then there's 5. This one kind of came off kilter. We'll fix that before we reinstall it. It's a little bent there. So take that out and set it aside. Okay. Now, we are at the driver's side already, so let's show you that. Now, it's a little dark in there, but I'll do my best. Let's see if I can even turn. I can't. All right, so let's see if this will focus in there. So this is on, there's a hole on the driver's side, big hole. And if you look right there, that's your motor. You can see it's plugged in. There's a plug right down, maybe. It's so dark in there. Let's see, there it is. Now you can see it, get a little bit of the light. So there's the plug right there, and there's your motor right there. Now I'm not exactly sure yet how to get in there and pull it out, but I'm assuming that there's enough room on this side to get in there with a screwdriver and get it out. But now you have access to it. You have access to that plug, and that will you know, obviously give you a good start on maintaining it, where you're not spending an hour searching for things like me. Okay, let's go over to the passenger side, and we are going to look at this side now. So this side, quite a few more screws, and I'll show you those. And what we're going to do, the first thing you're going to do, again, we need our panel popper. So this entire panel here, again, up along the side, that whole thing's got to come off. It's as simple as getting behind it with, oh, I forgot, we got to do this end piece. I already popped it free for the most part, so let's bring that out the rest of the way. Okay. Again, let's just let that hang down. And then let's pop this entire panel off. You can use your panel popper, or you can just reach behind it. I make it sound easier said than done, I guess. You definitely feel like it's gonna break as you're pulling it, but they're just popping free. There we go. Okay. So this one's out now. Again, there wasn't one screw on this one, but there's a lot of compression clips. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 compression clips holding that on. Let's take that out and set it aside so it doesn't get damaged. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do down here on this bottom trim piece, so under the glove box, you're going to grab that, you're going to pop that free. Again, just a bunch of compression clips. That one's got 6, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that's out. We'll set that aside. Now, the glove box. You have 6 screws. They're also a T20. You have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then when you open the glove box, you have 1 on the outside there. 1, 2, and then over on this side, there's a 3. So a total of 6. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. I already loosened the ones on the bottom and took them out just for the sake of speed. But let us take these top ones out. When you put that top fascia panel on, it clips to that, and it has to be nice and tight, and so it snugs up there evenly. It's a pretty clean fit. There's 2. And 3. Oh, that one bounced. And let's just imagine we take out 4, we take out 5, and we take out 6. Okay? So all of them are out. Put those screws in one spot so you don't lose them. I just set it right there. And at this point, you grab your glove box and the entire unit will slide out. Okay? Now, if you need to take it completely out, you've got 3 plugs. There's one for the light. 1. There's one for, sorry about that, guys. I just pushed it and it fell out. There's one for, I don't know what that is. That might be the release. And then there's one more down here. Let's see. What's the trick on getting this one out? I think it's just, there it goes. So 3 plugs, and the glove box is completely removed. Now, don't close the glove box, okay? Because if you close the glove box, then you have to reopen it. It's electric. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I haven't figured out how to do that, so just leave the door down, okay? All right, now that we've got this whole side dismantled, this one's easier to see. We're gonna go right underneath, up in the same spot on the other side, and boom, there is our passenger side sunroof motor. You can see this kind of coppery thing. That's where the cables go up. And I don't have, you know, it looks like it's T20 also, just glancing in there. But that is the passenger side sunroof motor if you need to maintain that or replace it or get to it for any other reason. So, all right, guys. So that is it. As I'm stepping on things, there we go. I hope that helps you out. It definitely would have been nice if I could have found that type of assistance, because it took me about an hour or so to figure out where those motors were. But hopefully this saves you guys time. As for the repair on ours, I don't know yet. If it's anything that I can share later, I will. And my hope is as we go through, we are able to do more tech tips on these Teslas. So, all right, guys. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, please. I'm doing these videos over and over and over again. I'm getting lots of views, which is great. But I think if I'm ever going to be able to make any money off of YouTube, which that's not what this is about, but if I ever am, I need to get the subscribers. So subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. All it can do is help me out. Hit the like button on this video. And if you have any comments, if you have any advice, any tips, anything like that, leave it in the comment section. All right, guys. See you on the next one.